All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day two of my 3-day workshop, which is called Blissfully Badass. Yesterday, we talked through self-love and what that means and how to bring more of it into your life and what the benefits of that are. And we started talking about some things like our internal dialogue and the stories we're telling us and how that impacts us in so many ways. And like I mentioned yesterday, that is a theme throughout these 3 days that we're going to touch upon. So stay tuned for that. If you have any key takeaways or anything from yesterday, I would love to hear them. So pop those in the chat, or if you're watching the replays, you can put them in the comments or shoot me a message. I would love to hear them. But let's get into today's topic, which is personal empowerment. So, what is personal empowerment? First of all, I'd love to hear what that means for you specifically. But on a broad term, personal empowerment is simply becoming powerful. It's you taking control of your own life and not allowing others to control it for you. Just like we talked about yesterday with loving ourselves, you have to be self aware and you have to know and understand yourself in order to become powerful, in order to really love yourself. So these things are going hand in hand. So when you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you can then use those strengths and you can build upon your weaknesses. When you're self aware, you become conscious of the decisions and choices that you're making, and then you can choose who you want to become. And that is powerful in and of itself. Mindset is an important component of this. You need to have belief systems that are supporting your personal power in order to achieve that and to really become powerful and have that power come from within. Just like we talked about yesterday, again, with the self love coming from you first, so you don't need it from other people. It's the same here with empowerment. Your power can come right from within you. You have everything that you need inside of you. So when you have a belief system that supports that, you are now growth oriented. And when you're growth oriented, you're not judging yourself, you're not being super critical of yourself. You're just here to learn. You know that anything you experience is an opportunity for growth. And with a positive belief system, you are embodying optimism. You're not automatically going towards negativity and pessimism. You are being carried by optimism and positivity. And you know that you have options and control over your decisions and choices and whatever these options are. You get to choose what it is that you want to change. And a disempowered viewpoint, on the other hand, would be that you don't know what you are capable of and you discount yourself, or you don't allow yourself to achieve your potential because you're not allowing yourself to explore the idea that you are capable of any and everything that you desire. Knowing that you are in control of your life is power. And with understanding yourself and loving yourself foundationally, you become unfuckwithable. And when you become unfuckwithable, you are powerful. That is real power because now, when you're at that point, anything that anybody else says or does or thinks doesn't matter. You are so secure within yourself that the opinions of others have no effect on you. And that's being empowered. That is exactly what we talked about in the beginning, where being empowered means you take control of your own life and you're not allowing others to control it for you. When other people's opinions are so strong and carry so much weight for you, you aren't in control of your own life. You are too busy worrying about what other people think. You lose yourself. The only opinion that truly matters is your own. And this one was a hard one for me to wrap my head around. And it took me a little bit to actually get this concept. But other people's opinions are none of your business. What goes on in other people's heads are none of our goddamn business. Worry about what you're thinking about yourself, what your opinions are about yourself. Worry about that first, because that's what really matters. What matters is that you are secure within yourself. Other people come and go. You might have a close relationship with somebody now. In a year, they might be gone. And then you'll look back and say, well, why did I care so much about what that one person thought? I don't even talk to them anymore. Harsh reality. But most people do not stay in our lives for the long haul. They come in for a period of time. You, on the other hand, you are with yourself forever. You are always going to have yourself. So become so solid within yourself that it won't matter what other people think about you. And when you can fully embody your authenticity, you're going to attract the right people to you. And you will find the people who are going to stay in your life for longer periods of time. They're going to be with you for the long haul because they see you as you truly are. We talked a bit about authenticity yesterday and how self-love and authenticity, they can merge together. You add those together and you get empowerment. You become powerful through your authenticity, through loving yourself. Another big piece of being empowered is confidence. When you're confident, you feel really good. You feel powerful. Think about something that you're really good at. And when it comes to doing that thing, you feel so good about it. It's just like, yeah, I can do this because you're confident and you grab onto the power that comes with that confidence and you're able to do the thing that you're really good at. You need to build that confidence up in order to feel powerful. And when you started doing that thing that you're good at, you weren't good at it. You were a beginner. We all start somewhere. So take action. Do the things. You will not build confidence in your skills and abilities just by thinking about them. You actually have to do them. For all my jujitsu athletes out there, you will not get good at jujitsu just by watching jujitsu. Sure, you'll understand it. Sure, you'll be able to talk about certain movements and have a core understanding of what those movements are. But can you execute them? Can you execute them under pressure? No, because you're just thinking about them. You actually have to practice. You have to do, you have to take action. So take action, build your confidence in being able to do things. And know that you aren't going to start out being good at it. But if you continue to do it, you will be good at it. And when you're good at it, then you'll feel confident in it. And this concept of doing things before you're good at them takes courage. And by doing things we're not good at and building the confidence, we're stepping out of our comfort zone. And when we step out of our comfort zone, we grow, we develop more skills, we're building our confidence. So, getting out of your comfort zone is a way to build your personal power. Be courageous. Go do the things that you're not comfortable with. When you grow and you build, you become more powerful. And through doing the things that are uncomfortable, you're teaching yourself that you can achieve a lot of things, even if you're not necessarily good at them. But when it comes to trying something new in the future, you're going to be able to trust yourself and know, hey, I've done other new things and I've gotten through it and I've turned out to be pretty good at them in the long run because I've practiced and I feel more confident. So even if you try a new thing, but you're used to trying new things, you're going to have more confidence just in yourself as a whole. Maybe not in that skill, but in yourself as a whole. You're going to feel way more confident, way more powerful. And you're going to walk in like, I got my chest forward, my chin's up, I'm standing tall. I can do this. And that I can do this even when you're outside of your comfort zone is really powerful. When we don't think we can do the things outside of our comfort zone and we let them hold us back, we don't achieve things. And guess what? Achieving goals is another thing that builds your personal power. Setting those goals, achieving them, we love that. Achievement feels good. It releases dopamine. Everybody loves dopamine. Like, let's all feel happy. Just go set some goals. And they can be little baby goals. And they should be. You should have big goals and then little goals along the way that you can achieve and build your confidence, build your idea of self-worth, build your personal power. You got, confidence boost because, oh yeah, I've achieved, look at this list of things I've achieved. And then you can see your progress on the road to your goals, to those bigger goals. We need to break them down. Just like we talked about yesterday with the ladder analogy, you don't jump from the bottom to the top. You have to go rung by rung. Do that with your goals. Set little goals. And when you have the small goals and you celebrate along the way, you're going to build momentum and feel good through the whole journey. So the whole journey then ends up feeling good, not just that moment when you achieve that big goal. Celebrate everything as much as you can. Just that in and of itself, it doesn't have to be related to your goal. It can be like, yo, somebody bought my coffee today. It's amazing. And you're training yourself to look for better things and start to see the good things. And you're training yourself for experiencing gratitude in everything, even when things are hard. But if you can latch on to even the small things and celebrate everything, you're just building that momentum. And that is also going to contribute to a positive mindset, just like we talked about earlier. Building and growing that positive mindset, positive expectations, one of optimism. This is going to help you become self-aware and in turn, when it when it comes to being courageous, also, don't just be courageous in order to step out of your comfort zone and do something that might be a little bit out of your wheelhouse or something of that nature, but be courageous to express your thoughts, ideas, and needs to your friends, to your partners, to your boss, to your coworkers, whatever the case may be. Like these things are also very important. And when you can be assertive in those, when you feel confident and you feel powerful and you can be assertive in what you're saying, everything feels so much better. You feel more powerful saying, I need this in order to be the best version of myself, as opposed to, hey, would you mind, like, I kind of don't feel the best, like, could you, and you soften it, and that, even as I'm saying it, like, you notice my body language becoming very small. Like, could you? It's like, this is how I feel. I am strong in my opinion. I am strong in my thoughts and ideas. And because I've done the work, I'm authentic, I love myself, I like myself, I'm unfuckwithable. I can say what I'm thinking and feeling, and your opinion of it isn't going to throw me off course. So I'm standing tall in my power and expressing my needs and my desires and, thoughts and ideas. You have unique perspectives and ideas, and you deserve for those to be heard. You have to believe that as well. So working on that mindset, the belief system, the loving and liking yourself, and just knowing that you are unique and you are special and you hold value, that is going to be empowering for you. I'm gonna go back to the goal conversation. Discipline is something that is needed when you're looking to achieve your goals. And this all discipline in general just helps you feel good. Productivity and achievement feel good. Being productive feels nice. Like you accomplish something. Again, the accomplishment feels good. It's the release of dopamine. On the other hand, laziness and procrastination don't feel good at all. They suck. Sitting around being lazy. You ever sat around all day, not doing anything? You didn't accomplish anything. And then it's 8 o'clock at night, and you're like, well, shit, that was a waste of a day. I didn't do anything today. Damn. Okay. Where on the other hand, if you have a day where you're busy, 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 you're doing a lot of things, when you do more things, you want to do more. You build momentum off of your tasks. Like you just continue to do things that feel good, feel good, feel good, feel good. And this could be work related. This could be going for a walk, doing a workout, taking an Epsom salt bath, getting a massage, taking care of yourself. Because again, self care, self love go hand in hand. Just the way, we've been talking about empowerment today, but it's a lot of personal development stuff that we've been discussing, bettering yourself. They're intertwined, right? Like you do not just get powerful by sitting around and saying, well, I want to be powerful. Okay, I'll be courageous. Like, no, you have to do it. You have to do the development. You're doing the work, so to speak. So be disciplined so that you can achieve your goals. Have these little actions that you can do to achieve them. And your success and achievement is a culmination of consistent actions. And again, doing these things, if you are disciplined, it's like every day I'm doing morning gratitude practice, I do meditation, then I go to the gym, and then I start my work day, I do my whole thing. If you do all those things, you can check all those things off your to-do list, and you get all the boxes checked. That's gonna feel really good. If you're a to-do list type of person, checking off those boxes feels amazing. So now let's relate this to jujitsu a little bit. Your actions and achievements off the mats can fuel your power on the mats, and vice versa. Your achievements and dedication on the mats can give you power off the mats. One thing that really helps me a lot is if I know there's something hard that I have to do, and it's just like a normal day-to-day task or something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I'm so much better at this, but I used to absolutely hate going into new situations, new places with new people, not knowing anybody and all of that. If I ever feel anything like that, or when I used to feel that, I say to myself, you get beat up by men for fun. That is way harder than walking into this event. Just go do it. Like, and well, okay, somebody says something to you, like you look silly or you look like a dork, like, okay, but I can beat you up. It's like the knowledge that I have through jujitsu, through doing that really hard activity, that physical activity, just like it is built-in confidence everywhere. Like you carry yourself differently, knowing what you are capable on the mats, what you are capable of on the mats. It it just gives you a different sense of like, yeah, so, you know, I'm sure, my jujitsu people here can relate to that. But in another way, aside from, oh well, you can beat anybody up, like I'm confident, like cool, yes, that's amazing, great. And that goes for any combat sport. I feel like doing jujitsu or any other hard physical activity, it gives you superpowers. And yes, I'm biased as a jujitsu athlete, as somebody who's been in combat sports for over a decade. Those are particularly challenging physically, mentally, emotionally, but other hard physical activities have similar effects. So if you are a runner and you run marathons, like you've accomplished that really hard thing. And accomplishing something that's really physically hard that you mentally have to get through makes you strong and resilient. Because you've done something super hard. You know that you've gotten through that thing. So it's building your mental strength, obviously your physical strength, but your mental strength. And when you do these hard things, the other hard things become easier. Like I ran a marathon last month. Like I can get up and go to the dang grocery store. Or I sparred 6 rounds last night with a lot of tough people. I can make that phone call. It's a phone call. Like I do harder things. It's fine. Having a mindset like this, having a perspective like this makes it easier to tackle obstacles as they arrive or arise. Um, really good book about this is called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And it's it's just all about like turning anything challenging into something to celebrate. And when you look at it in that perspective, again, you're building your mental strength. You are building your ability to go through hard things and be resilient and bounce back and celebrate yourself again, celebrate yourself, and just like feel triumphant. And you can be grateful for these experiences and these things that push you to be stronger and bigger and better and bolder. The achievement and doing the hard things and working through the hard things builds confidence in yourself. And that is going to make you feel more powerful as well. And when it comes to personal empowerment, just like we talked about yesterday, your inner dialogue is really important. And this goes hand in hand with mindset. If you are telling yourself that things are really hard and you're not going to be able to do it, and you have an internal dialogue that is negative and pessimistic, you're not going to feel empowered. That's going to be disempowering for you. You want to believe in yourself. So if you talk to yourself in a way that builds you up, that is going to contribute to your personal power. Talking kindly to yourself, acknowledging when you've done great things, telling yourself, yes, you can do it. I got this. That is a good thing. Acknowledging when you do something well, like just, like, hey, great job. Like you did the thing. Nice. Or that one that really helped me just in jujitsu was telling myself good job when I did a technique really well. And I still do that. And that's something that is really empowering for me. And it means I don't need anybody else to tell me good job. So I'm telling myself good job. And if somebody else says it, bonus for me. Thank you for the sprinkles on my already complete cake. Love that. So make sure you have a good internal dialogue with yourself. Make sure you're talking to yourself in a positive, constructive way so that you can build on your personal power. Another thing that we talked about yesterday, to boost your confidence, and this was more about like loving yourself. So finding, things that you love about yourself and writing them down. But if you can write a list of things that you're good at, this is going to build your power as well, right? It's going to build your confidence. If you just write down a bunch of things like, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, and then you feel more confident, and the confidence leads to your personal power. And while you're doing this, or just, separately, reflect. Especially as jujitsu athletes, we are just go, 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 do, 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 be it practice, continue, make sure you're drilling and training and everything. And, our day to day becomes blurred together. But if you can take a moment and just reflect on what you've accomplished, it doesn't have to be big things. Maybe you haven't won a world championship yet, but perhaps you met your goal of being in class like 3 times a week for the past 6 months. That's a good thing to celebrate. That's a good thing to reflect upon. Or just things in general that you're really good at. Take stock of the things that you've accomplished. And this is going to build up your power as well. Because you're going to be able to look at it and be like, yeah, like, I'm awesome. Look at all the things I did. And again, you build momentum and you celebrate, and you're building yourself up. And you can remember those things when you're feeling a little bit disempowered. Maybe you find yourself slouching. Oh, okay. Feel into the good things. Acknowledge them, appreciate them. You're going to stand taller. It's going to exude out of you. And people are going to look at you and be like, what is that person doing? I want to do the same thing. Because they'll see it in your body language. They'll see it in the way you're carrying yourself, how you're talking to yourself about yourself, and all of those things. But that reflection and making sure that you are acknowledging the good things that you're doing is a really powerful practice. Of course, our internal dialogue is really important. But with that, we want to make sure that the external dialogues happening around us are equally as boosting and inspiring. So surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who are going to build you up, people who see what you're trying to accomplish, and they're there to help you. You want people on your team, just like you want the voice in your head to be on your team. You want the people around you to be on your team. How awful can it feel to just have somebody in your life that's just putting you down and putting you down and putting you down? They don't believe in you. They don't think you can accomplish it. And then you start doubting yourself. Your confidence dwindles. That person, sorry to say, they're not your person. If somebody is uncomfortable with your success and growth, somebody's making you feel inferior, your self-belief goes down so significantly, and you just start to accept things as they are rather than pushing forward and being like, no, like, I got this. But that can be so hard if you have people in your ear who aren't right for you, and not everybody is meant to be on your journey with you for the long haul. So be honest with yourself with those people. Spend less time with those people and more time with the people who believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. And be so happy with yourself and your own solitude that if somebody is not bringing positivity into your life, if somebody is not enhancing and enriching and bringing value to your life, then you don't have time for them because your solitude is, you're so content with it that if you bring in somebody who's not adding value, they're not detracting and disempowering your life and you. So allow the right people to be around you to inspire you. Let them hype you up. Let them support you. We all need support in the achievement of our goals. It feels so much better when we have that. And if you are surrounded by the right people, you're just going to feel so much more positivity, so much more inspiration. You're going to feel more confident in yourself when somebody believes in you, and you're going to feel more powerful. Now, to end this here today, before we jump off, one quick thing that you can do when you're feeling disempowered, just a quick little meditation, and also taking advantage of your body language. So we've talked about this a little bit today. When we're slouched over, we make ourselves small and whatever. It's very disempowering. However, when you're standing tall, when your chest is forward, your chin is up, you're standing straight, that feels way more powerful. It's actually proven that we feel better when we're like in a power pose. So think about like a superwoman power pose. You're standing tall, you have a secure, stable foundation. That is really powerful. And it has effects on our mind and our mood. So if you can, if you're in a spot that allows it, you can stand in that way. Stand with your hands on your hips, stand nice and tall, close your eyes. And if you can't actually stand, maybe, I don't know, don't do this when you're driving, but maybe you're in the car with somebody else, or maybe you've gotten to your destination, you're about to walk in to a board meeting, or you're about to walk into jujitsu and you're feeling some anxiety, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're just at home and you're feeling a little bit down. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, start to breathe deeply, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Get yourself calm. And once you've achieved this calmness, it shouldn't take long, just a few breaths. Continue to breathe. And as you breathe in, visualize white light coming into your body. So you're breathing in the white light and allow it to fill your chest. Fill your chest up with that white light. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you breathe in again, bring in more of that white light into your body, into your chest, starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you continue to breathe, allow the light to expand and start to radiate out of you. So now you are taking up more space, more space, more space. Make sure you have your feet planted firmly on the ground. Make sure you're, in a stable, secure position. Even if you're sitting, make sure your spine is aligned, your shoulders are back. We're not caving in our chests and making ourselves small. We're breathing deeply. So if you're feeling some anxiety, this is going to help just stabilize your breath, make you calm down. The shallow breaths are what takes us further into anxiety. So if we slow down our breaths, we're breathing in this white light and we're allowing it to expand outside of us, and just do this for a couple of minutes until you feel your power. Feel that in your chest. Know that it is there. Know that it is always with you and you can always access it. You can take it with you anywhere that you go. And you can always come back to that exercise when you need it. You can do that really quickly. Just breathe in white light a couple of times if you're in a more immediate situation. But that's a little tip to help you out when you need a little bit of empowerment. If you're feeling a little small or anxious or disempowered, you can do that and keep all the things in mind that we talked about today. I hope this was helpful for you all. Feel free to let me know how you're feeling in the chat, in the comments, shoot me a message. I would love to hear your takeaways. Tomorrow, we will be talking about manifestation and how that relates to the things we've talked about today. Some of the same principles when it comes to mindset and love and gratitude and all of that, and how to really achieve everything that you want. So all of these things, like I said, go hand in hand. They're some of my favorite things to talk about when I do my coaching. This is a lot of what we work on. So with that, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.